I hope you don't wait to give me roses. Please don't take too long to think that you should know me. Please, for real. Please don't wait too long to tell me I'm the shit, yo. See you flourish, looking salty, throwing fits, yo. Then you bury, getting lonely, wanna miss, yo. Get from around me, you climbing, you looking needy.
Welcome to another episode of Opinionated Facts. I'm your host, Drizzle. Today we got another special guest in the building. My man, Musick Harris. How you doing today, brother?
How's it going, my man? Appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, when you sent me your track, Desires. Is it Desire or Desires?
Desire.
Mm-hmm. I was like, let me check it out. You know what I'm saying? I checked it out. R&B record. And it didn't sound like the normal R&B that you hear today. It kind of went a couple years back. Not 90s, but early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Not probably like 04 or 05. But I checked out the record, and I liked it. And usually when I like something, I send it to the homies. Hey,
appreciate it.
Check it out. They hit me back. Who's this nigga? And I was like, shit, I don't know. You just sent it to me. I was like, but the record kind of alright. I was like, I like it. So when you asked me to interview, I said, shit, yeah, hell yeah, I do interview. Like, I like the record. You know, if it was weak, I'd have been like, I get back to you. You know what I'm saying? But I like the record. But so explain that record. Like, explain what type of artist you are.
Well, for me, I'm a old school R&B, 90s type vibe, type R&B artist. I like everything that's old school from the late 2000s on down. Listen to all type of music, but the most I'm passionate about is R&B music. Desire, for the most part, it was something that just came out of the blue for me. When I heard the instrumental, I was like, I got to have this instrumental. I got to do something to this instrumental. So when went to the studio to record Desire, it was, I didn't have a title for the song just yet. So when it came to having a title for the song, I was like, I had an R. Kelly vibe going on in my mind. Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people like, R. Kelly, you know, but it's the
don't give me cancer. You know?
the vibe that in the beginning of it, you can hear it, and a lot of people like, it sound like an R. Kelly type, you know, intro. So that's what came to my mind when I first heard the instrumental. So that right there, it gave me the idea was like, I want to do something sexy for the ladies. Let's make something for Desire. So I was like, well, shoot, can't hurt. How about I go for it? So for the most part with Desire, I reached out to a young lady to help write this song. She did an awesome job. As you can see, the lyrics are nice. It sat out good. At first, I was on the fence about it. I didn't think it was gonna be as nice and be as good as it is, but she was like, just trust me on it. It's gonna go hard. You're gonna like it. So I did. So here we are with it.
Now, does she also make music, or you just? Yeah,
she's got a. She lives in Texas. Okay. She has a record label. I'm sorry, in Texas. I cannot remember the name of the record label. Her name is Carissa. So when I found her on a site that was it's called Fiverr.com.
Yeah.
I found her. I seen her up on there, so therefore I wrote her. We had a good conversation. I liked the vibe that she gave. She gave me her number. She was like, hey, talk to me off of here. We talk on the phone. So we had a good conversation. So she was like, you know, I can work with this. I can do something with this. It was like, just trust me and give me some time. So I did that. I put it in my hands, and here it is.
Okay. Now it's dope that you reached out to somebody for assistance with, you know, writing the song. A lot of people, they'll sit there with a record and they be like, they'll just sit on it. Because they can't get past writer's block or, you know, creativity block, and they'll just sit. Right. And they'll get to the point where it gets past that. And they're like, well, I've been sitting on this for 2-3 months. I'm not even going to do it anymore.
See, that was my issue. I had writer's block with it. And I was like, I got all the concepts and the ideas how I want the song to go, how I want it to sound, well, what I want in the song, but how do I lay it out into something nice? So that's what I did. I reached out. I'm not, too shy to ask for assistance on something.
Okay. Now, with this being your first record, like, did you just start making music, or have you been making music in the past and you coming back?
Professionally, this is my first. Okay. In general, I grew up in the church, singing gospel music in Glasgow, Kentucky. My grandparents, they owned the church in Glasgow, Kentucky. So as a child, I grew up singing in the church at the kids choir, playing the drums and different things in that manner. So with that, professionally, yes, but in general, grew up all my life singing. I love it with a passion. My mom told me when I was younger, boy, you can't read. Don't sing those songs. You can learn these songs, but you can't read. You can't count, but you can sing these songs. You know these songs by heart. Apply your school learning into your music. Yeah. So I got with it, and I did it. So therefore, like I said, I just continued to sing, and came and left. But like I said, for the most part, it was all just church music. And my grandfather turned me on to funk and 80s music and different things in that old school genre. So, and I just followed along with my grandfather with it.
Okay. So, are you gonna stay R&B, or are you gonna kind of be more gospel? Like, what kind of artist are you looking to be?
I want to stay. Well, I am gonna stay R&B. My mother, she wants me to do gospel music, but I don't have a problem with doing gospel music. Like I said, I was raised up doing gospel music, so therefore, my strong suit, that's where I want to stay, is R&B music. Like I said, don't have no problem with it. No way from a fashion, but that's where I want to stay.
Okay. So are you already working on your next track, or you got a project lined up?
My next track, I'm working on it now. It's in the making right now. Can't tell about it, but I don't want to give out, any details about it just yet. Just let everybody know. Just stay tuned. The second part is coming up soon. Okay.
So what about a project? You've been working towards a project, or you just focus on putting out singles and quality music right now?
Well, for the most part, that is my goal, is to come out with a project. Because like I said, R&B means everything to me, and I want to tell a story with my music. So that's my project that I'm trying to shoot for, to tell a story with the things in my past, the things I went through and things like that, love life, or my bad experiences, or just different experiences in general that I went through in life. So like I said, I just want to tell my story and make it happen. That way everybody can know my story.
Okay. Alright, so you say you're from Glasgow, which I actually knew. Like, I went to college with a girl from Glasgow, and I used to make fun of her, and I used to tell her, all y'all do out there is tip cows. Because it's country. It's real. It's real country. Like, I know she's country. She's like, all y'all do is tip cows. But how did you get from Glasgow all the way up to Louisville?
Well, actually, I'm born and raised in Louisville. Okay. My grandparents, like I said, they have a church there in Glasgow, Kentucky. So I was there majority of the time, or on the road with them, going to different churches. But when I got older, I was able to move. I uprooted and moved there. It was quiet, nobody bothered nobody. I had family there. Grew up with a lot of people there, so therefore I moved there. And then as I got older, I got to start to see there's nothing here. Let me move back to Louisville, back into the city. So that's what I ended up doing. I moved back to the city.
Okay. So now, like you said, recently you just got into making music professionally. Have you, started contacting other artists in the city? You working with anybody, or you just strictly focused on Musick Harris right now?
For the most part, I've been networking with a lot of people, reaching out. I'm in the process of trying to do some music with other people as well. But for the most part, I'm trying to stay focused on what I got going. That's not saying that I'm against working with other people, But you know, with me just starting out, you know, nobody know who Musick Harris is. Right. So therefore, trying to focus and build and let everybody know who I am. I know that, like I said, there's people who are asking me to do things with them. I don't have no problem with it. You know, when they're ready, they come to me. Like I said, I've been trying to reach out to people, to network with different people, to, you know, ask questions or different things like that in that manner. So I'm networking every day, all day. So from sun up to sundown, you know, trying to reach out to people.
Okay. Now you brought up earlier, you know, your grandfather introducing you to funk. You brought up, you know, you had a little R. Kelly vibe. So like, who were some of your other influences in your music, you would say?
I would say honestly, Earth, Wind and Fire, the group Levert, the Isley Brothers.
Taking it back.
Right. So it's it's like that's all the majority I listen to. Group they call it New Birth. Let's see. Like I said, like you mentioned, R. Kelly. I like a lot of his old stuff from the '90s. Yeah. It was real good. I like let's see, Tank. I like to listen to Jamie Foxx. I like to listen to a lot of his music. He's a talented, you know, brother. Also, you got Uncle Sam, Boys to Men, just different things in that, you know, in that matter. A lot of groups like New Edition, Mint Edition. Basically, you know, like I said, just a lot of mix. I don't have a favorite. Mm-hmm. I just like, you know, to listen to a lot of different things because I try to keep them having favorites because I like a lot, you know. So there is no favorites really with me when it comes to the different genre of music that I like to listen to.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can see. Well, some of the people's like Uncle Sam. I don't know who that is, but
you don't know who Uncle Sam is,
man. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. But I know Mint Condition. Okay. You know, New Edition. I know everybody else you name. I know about that. But I think the reason why me and the people who I sent the record to, why they like the song so much is because it was refreshing. Right. You know, you listen to, and I mean I love R&B. Like, I'll work out to some R&B type shit, you know, whatever. But when you listen to what is considered R&B in 2020, right, you know, and a couple years ago, where like transition, it's not like it was 15, 20 years ago. You know, it's considered R&B, but it's almost closer to rap. You know what I mean? And you got a lot of R&B artists who are rapping now. You know what I'm saying? But then you got a lot of artists or not a lot of rappers who they're singing, but they're not really singing. They just holding a note on the melody, whatever. But they're not really singing. Yeah, they're not really singing, but it sounds good. You know, so like all that stuff is just bunched up. You know what I'm saying? You can label R&B, neo soul, or rap. You can pick, you can put it all three if you want to. What I liked about your record, Desire, is that it was refreshing because you could tell it was new, but it didn't sound like everything else. Right. You know, like if I put it in a group of songs from R&B people now that are relevant, local, or, you know, mainstream, that song would stand out just because it's not going to sound like the majority. You know, and that's a good thing. Right. You know, and, so that's why I liked it. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. But yeah, man, I'm excited. You know, to see what you got coming up next. I want to see what the next record's sounding like. Like I said, I think it's good because it's not that many. To my knowledge, it's not that many R&B artists in the area. You got a lot of rappers.
Correct.
Yeah. You got a lot of rappers. You know, and you got a lot of what do they call it? Melodic, like type artists where, like I said, they little auto-tune assistants. You know, they can hold a note here and there, but they're not really singing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you know, to the untrained ear, you know, I love the song. It sounds great. But then you're like, that person's really not singing. Somebody that knows, like, they're not really singing. Right. You know, they're not really a good singer. You know, like when people talk about some of the best singers, don't get me wrong, I think Beyonce is amazing. Like, but when we talk about singers, right, she's not in that class with the Whitneys and the Mariahs and you know what I'm saying. Yeah, she's not there. She's a hell of an artist. You know what I'm saying. Hell of a performer.
Right.
But if we're talking strictly singing ability,
right,
she's not in her class, and it's not a knock against her at all.
Right.
But that's just what it is. So it's the same thing when it's like when we get an artist like you, and we might compare you to another artist who does R&B. Music is singing.
Right.
You know, you could say that the other artist isn't, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. But it's just what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand. Like it's a lot of. It was hard for me to find the right person to help me create the instrumental for Desire or anything, because like you said, a lot of the majority of the people I've came across are rappers, or they only did rap type trap beats and things like that. So I had to reach outside of Kentucky to get my help, to get what I needed to. You know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, Kentucky, people who are doing their thing here in Kentucky, but in order to get what you want, to get, you know, what you need, you have to step outside of home, step outside of your comfort zone to do what you got to do. So basically that's what I did. So therefore, like you said, there's a lot of people who use, there are a lot of people that I've came across and I've heard auto-tune. It's their favorite thing. And when I was recording Desire, I told the producer, no auto-tune. I don't want no auto-tune, no way from a fashion. If something don't sound right, let me know. I want to redo it again. Yeah. I'm paying for this session. I want to redo it until it sounds like something. Yeah. Just make sure you don't say no auto-tune. I kept repeating it over and over. Please don't put no auto-tune, no auto-tune, no auto-tune. So he was like, all right, I got you. So that was my thing. I just constantly kept repeating to the man. And so he was like, I see where you're going. I see what you want. So so therefore it was a good enough thing that he was willing to work with me and to see my vision. It was my first time in a professional studio. So having a person who understood and was willing to work with me and give me what I wanted was a good thing. You know, like I said, a lot of people out here, they may call themselves singers or R&B singers, but I'm not knocking nobody no way from a fashion. But like I said, I don't want to use auto-tune. I'm not going to use auto-tune, so I'm going to do what I got to do to make sure I stand out from everybody else, to make sure that, he's different. Let's see what he got to say. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Okay. Nah, it's dope, bro. Like I said, I appreciate it because it's, like I said, it's a refreshing sound. You know, it's not the same tempo as everything else. It's not the same, BPM. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. I turn that on. I'm like, it's nice. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. My brain can relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's good, man. But let's see. You pretty much named all your influences.
So it's another thing. It's with doing this Desire, I've got a lot of good positive feedback from a lot of people. I did a music review a couple of weeks ago. My first time doing a music review, it's my first single, so I submitted it. Submitted the song, and right when they started playing, everybody liked it. It was nice. I kept getting good comments, good feeds on the Facebook review, and I was invited to the to review, to be on the show, and even performed on there as well. But like I said, it was positive reviews on there. It was just a nice vibe. And like I said, when people hear that, it's nice, it's fire, this is, everything, just different things. Like I said, I haven't got anything negative from anybody, which I'm good with all type of feedback. I'm not, a person who can't take criticism, but because I can. Because I want everybody to be honest with me. If something doesn't feel right or sound right, please, by all means, tell me so I can fix it, so I can make it better. That's what I want to do, is become the best and become better. But I had someone write me on Snapchat. I don't know who this person was, but she seen the review, and it was crazy. It shocked me. So she was like, I seen your review. I liked it and your performance. I was like, I appreciate it. At first, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about at first. And then it dawned on me. Forgot. And then she was like, your song was really good. I like it. I was like, appreciate it. She was like, I found your song on Spotify, and I just put it on repeat. I said, I appreciate it. Tell your friends, family, and everybody, keep it in rotation. She was like, I will. She was like, can I be honest with you? I was like, yeah. And I didn't know what she was going to say. I didn't think it was going to be, what she was going to tell me. So she was like, this was on Friday night. So she was like, this was Saturday when we talked. So she was like, Friday night I went home to my boyfriend and I put your song on and I made love to it all night, put it on repeat. It shocked me. Like I said, we're on Snapchat and I'm like, I'm driving, I'm like, did I read this right? I was like, whoa, it shocked the crap out of me. You know what I'm saying? Putting my song on repeat, doing something like that. You hear stuff like that from like Trey Songz, Raheem Devine, R. Kelly's old stuff, and just different things like that. But when you hear somebody saying that they did it to your song and put it on repeat, hey, my chest was like,
you get partial credit for that, baby.
Right. Yeah, that's what I told her. I was like, appreciate it. That's what I want, to be babies made off my music. I've had people, a person in my the job that I work for, they guy listened to it. He was like, man, you should have warned me that your song was gonna be like this, the type of R&B. He was like, me and my old lady, we listened to it, and we almost made a baby last night. And I'm like, hold on, you ain't never spoke to me, nothing like that, nothing like ever at all. We almost made a baby, and I was like, I appreciate it. He was like, it's real good, I like it. And I was like, thank you. So, like I said, the feedback, the people telling me and things like that, it really touches my heart. And I'm glad that a lot of people can vibe with it and grow with it, and some put them in the mood. Like I said, because that's where I want to go. I want to put them in the mood, When they're not in the mood, put that song on, it'll put them right there in the mood. Even when they're drinking, smoking, whatever it may be. Put that song on, I want them to be able to get in that mood.
Okay. No, that's dope. Hey, you're going to have partial credit for a lot of babies. So you got to be responsible for that. But nah, man, that's dope, man. You got any shout outs?
I want to give a shout out to my family, my friends. I apologize. Let me take that back. I want to give a shout out to God. If it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be able to do this. My family, my friends, and everybody who's there by my side through this, everybody who's giving me positive comments, positive reviews, and even if there's some small things that may have been negative, I want to give a shout out to my man Vine for helping me with all the small things that I needed help with. He's came through 100% on everything I may have needed from him. For the most part, if anybody that I forgot, I apologize. Don't count it to my heart, count it to my mind, and forgetting things, and that's about it.
Alright, well shit, bro. Like I said, I appreciate you for pulling up.
Thank you for inviting me.
I appreciate you for reaching out.
Thank you for responding.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the record. Like I said, it's very, very refreshing. Dope. I'm interested in, I don't want to say I'm too excited, but I'm anticipating.
Right.
Other great quality music from you. Like I said, Desire was definitely dope. I put a couple people on. As soon as you sent it to me, I checked it out.
Appreciate it.
Sent it to the group chat. Niggas was asking who you are and all type of shit. I was like,
appreciate it.
Just new nigga on the block.
right.
But like I said, man, I appreciate you pulling up and shit. We out.
And one more thing, if you don't mind, if everybody listening to this, watching, go ahead and get that Musick Harris, aka Mr. Desire. Every platform out there, get that single, Desire. Guarantee you're gonna like it. Tell your family, friends, tell their family and friends, spread the word. Please help me get that out there. Tell somebody who knows somebody. Appreciate you.
On all DSPs.
Correct. Appreciate that.